Thank you, San Bernardino. How are you? Thank you for coming out the day after Halloween, too, man. This was always my dad's favorite time of year, you know. Come into my room, take whatever he wanted from my hard-earned Halloween candy. He'd always be like, son, this is how the government works. Which is how you know you have a Fox News dad, by the way. Next year I got smart though. I hid my candy into different parts of my room. He comes in, looking through my bucket. He's like, where's all your good candy at? I was like, Dad, this is how offshore bank accounts work. Lesson learned. But listen, San Bernardino, I do want to get this out of the way up front. This is my voice all the time. This is what I sound like when I'm upset, and then this is what I sound like when I'm full of joy. A person once told me I have the voice of someone who should work at the DMV. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever received an insult that's both hurtful and helpful. It's a weird feeling. Also had a guy tell me today that I look like I play a lot of pickleball. Nah, dude, that's messed up. That's like saying you look like you love sports, but you're not good at any of them. I didn't even know the guy. I was just minding my business inside of Winco. You got any Winco shoppers in here? That's right. Place is great, isn't it? Yes. Like if you only have $6 and you're craving some hot Cheetos and some sushi and you don't want to get out of your pajamas, you go to Winco. It's got some realness to it. You can feel it before you're even in the store too. They got that sign out front. It says Winco Foods. For a while that D and the S were burnt out. So if you pulled up late at night, all you saw was Winco, foo. Sometimes I don't even go there for groceries. I just go to see people do wild things. One time I saw a guy grab a rotisserie chicken, hold it up to his head, shake it, and say, "This one's ripe." I don't even know what that means. I'm doing good. I did get over an illness. I came down with a case of the shingles, actually. Yeah. I was talking to my mom on the phone about it, too, and she's like, oh, shingles, yeah, you can get a vaccine for that. I got mine at Costco. You know you can get vaccines at Costco? Yeah, it's crazy. They do everything now. Man, I bet in 10 years you'll be able to walk into a Costco and deliver a baby. I think more people than you think would have a baby in Costco too, because they have an amazing return policy. All right, cool. Sounds like we have a few parents in here tonight. I'm a dad too. Got a great wife. She's a wonderful mom. She's a therapist, so she knows how to resolve conflicts. My wife is Latina, so she also knows how to start them. Yeah, Latinas in here, they're not even disagreeing with me right now. They're like, you know, he's actually not wrong, but he needs to watch his tone. Yeah, so my wife's family, they all know Spanish, which is super cool, because my family, they don't know Spanish. Like, they'll speak a little during that card game Uno. That's about it. All right, we've got a few Uno players in here tonight. I like that. Well, my wife's family, they're Ecuadorian. My family, we're Scottish. So we got two little boys, so they're what we call Scottadorian. Yeah, it's a real thing. As far as we know, they're like the first of their kind, so they do have some pressures. They got to learn how to salsa dance in a kilt, play Bad Bunny on the bagpipes, stuff like that, you know. But my wife, she really is a therapist, though. When I tell that to other guys, they instantly feel sorry for me. It's weird. I think they envision her to be like Professor Xavier from X-Men. That bald guy in the wheelchair just screws with people's minds. But it's not like that, because my wife's not bald. Yeah, I never know if I'm dealing with her as my wife or her as a therapist, though. But if she asks me a question, she says, I want you to be as open and honest as you can. That's a good sign she has her therapist hat on. Which is nice, because due to client confidentiality, she can't go sharing that stuff with my wife. But we got the 2 kids. We got a 2-year-old son that my wife, she just put in karate. And I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't think you could teach karate to kids that young. But then I went to a class and I realized I was totally right. You can't, not even a little. But what you can do is you can pay a guy who's really good at karate to watch your kid for an hour. You can do that. So we've been doing it for a bit, actually. It's my preferred choice of childcare at the moment. Costs about the same as a babysitter, and he does not eat all my favorite snacks. I just started coaching my son's youth soccer team. We got any soccer fans in here? Yeah. Well, they're all 4 years old, so they don't all like soccer, but they love the fact that every game ends in a snack in a tunnel. Snacks and tunnels have single-handedly carried the sport of soccer in this country for a while now. But I get it. I probably never would have quit my first job after college if every day ended in a snack in a tunnel. Could you imagine? You just leave the office, HR's all lined up, like, woo! Let's go! There's Capri Suns in the ice chest! But I actually grew up playing a lot of soccer, and when I was young, I was good enough to where I was asked to join the Mexican League. Sir, you're laughing. No. It was actually a big deal, okay? I was the only white guy in the entire league. You said the white guy? People knew who you were talking about, okay? Basically, what Kenny G has done to the saxophone game, that's what I did to Northside Visalia soccer, okay? Name another saxophone player besides Kenny G. You can't. If you could name another saxophone player besides Kenny G, I will personally drive you back to the retirement home that you came from. But I didn't leave room for anyone else, though. Like, if another white guy stepped on the field, I was like, bro, what do you think you're doing right now? These are my vatos, all right? This isn't AYSO. We're not eating orange slices at halftime. Unless it's got tahini on it. I don't play as much anymore, though. I'm getting a little bit older. I just celebrated a birthday recently. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I went to breakfast with my wife and kids before church. I ordered the biscuits and gravy. It's a lot of food on a Sunday morning. I wouldn't recommend it. You guys ever eat so much before going to church you feel like the communion cracker's going to put you over the edge? No, that's not a good feeling, man. The pastor up front was like, take this bread and eat. I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm scanning the room, seeing if there's any other sinners who want to go halvesies with me. But my brother, he's a pastor of a church, and so we're both public speakers, but it's very different, right? I was at a sermon of his recently, talking to him afterwards. I was like, hey, you did a really good job handling that heckler. He's like, you mean the lady that kept saying amen? But there's a lot of churches in my town where I'm from, which is good. There's this intersection, though, guys. It's got a church on every single corner. It's got a Christian church, a Catholic church, a Methodist, and a Jehovah's Witness. Guys, it's like a food court. You pick what flavor Jesus you want, you know? You're in the mood for Mexican, you go Catholic. You want something delivered to your door, you go Jehovah's Witness. That's spiritual DoorDash, guys. And the Christian one, you know, that's like Chick-fil-A. The Methodist one, that's like Dairy Queen. I think it was popular in the 60s. I haven't seen anyone go there in a while. Okay, look, if I wasn't able to make fun of any of your guys' religion tonight, I apologize. There's only 4 corners on the intersection, okay? One time after the show, these Mormon guys came up to me and they're like, hey man, how come you didn't pick on us? I go, guys, I was making fun of religions, not cults. No, they did not laugh at all. They rode away pretty fast on their mountain bikes. Hey, my name is Colton Irvine. You guys have been fun. That's all my time.